welcome back. Okay, I know you've seen this whole outfit before in another video. Same hair, same makeup look, same everything. I apologize. I just finished recording a hair review video and I just thought to film another video in the process, okay? So this video is not a hair review. This is a Q&A video on braided wigs. So I had a post on Instagram a couple of days ago. I said I was going to film a braided wig Q&A video, so you can ask me anything you want to know about braided wigs, and I did get a few questions. Well, not a lot, but a few. So just in case you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram, okay? That is where the magic happens, okay? Okay, boo-boo? Yeah. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, okay? My Instagram name is gonna be on the screen right now, so just make sure you follow me. That is where all the magic happens, okay? Okay. So let's jump right into this Q&A. Okay, so the first question I have here is, it says, you do nice work. I mean, I don't want to give shout outs to these people that ask the questions because I don't know if they're going to want that. So the first question says, it says, you do nice work. What type of cap do you use? I use a dome cap, a spandex dome cap, which I show in some of my tutorials. So I always like show you the cap that I use. So if you ask this question and you're watching this video right now, I'll say browse through my channel and watch some of my tutorials and you're gonna see the exact dome cap that I use. But I think any dome cap is fine just because of how good it fits. That's why I use dome cap. Okay, so the second question is from Gloria Hairstyles on YouTube. I don't mind giving her a shout out because she's also a YouTuber and she's just coming up with making braided wigs as well. So make sure you guys go check her out, okay? I'm gonna leave the link to her video, her channel, down on the info section. So she's just starting to make DIY wigs on YouTube as well. So her question was, how do you get motivated to keep doing wigs, because it's not easy at all? It takes a lot of time to make one unit. She is absolutely right, okay? Now, I have just one word for that question. The answer to the question, obviously, is passion. Okay, I'm gonna give you a real quick story right now about the passion. Like, I have this huge burning passion when it comes to braiding, you know, making these wigs, and it's that passion that drives me. Okay, so when I was a child, I'd say 6 or 7 years old, that was when I developed this really strong passion for braiding. Like, I'm serious, really strong passion. I had a doll then, and I remember my mom's friend or my aunt, I'm sorry, I can't remember, it's a very long time. She came in and she saw me playing with the doll. I was struggling with braiding the doll's hair, and then she was like, oh, you want to braid the hair? I was like, yeah. And then she took the doll and she helped me, and I was so fascinated. I was like, oh, let me see, show me how you did it. And she just showed me. She was like, okay, you have to take 3 strands and then cross it and cross, and she showed me. And from that day I started braiding my doll's hair. Like, I'm just gonna braid, take it out, braid. Like, it became a passion. I wouldn't use the word obsession, okay? Because obsession is mostly not in a good way. But I developed this really strong passion and I kept braiding my doll's hair. And then I remembered, as I started growing, when I was in school, elementary school, we call it primary school in Nigeria. I attended a school and we had this huge field in my school, and they had like grasses. The grasses used to grow then. I attended Garrick Memorial, just in case some of you are watching, you're Nigerians and you know the school. Yeah, I attended Garrick Memorial primary school and secondary school actually. But this is when I was still little, so of course, the primary school. So I used to then they had this huge field with grasses, like I said, and then we used to get like an hour break once it's break time for lunch, then once it was break time, I'm just gonna hurry up and eat my lunch, and then once I finish, I'm just gonna run straight to the field and I'm gonna sit down and start braiding grasses. Seriously, who braids grasses? Like, oh my god, when I sit down and I think about it, it is insane. Like, just imagine how you're gonna look when you see a child sitting down and braiding grasses. Like, it was just crazy. So I used to do that a lot. I'm just gonna spend my entire break braiding grasses. Like, just braid one, put in a cornrow, move to the other one. You know, it was an obsession. Like, this was like every single day. And then when it was time for them to like cut the grasses, then I'm gonna be like, no. Yeah, so I started developing this really strong passion for braiding. And then as I got older, at 9, 10, I started to practice on real hair. My older sister then, she had lots of hair, and I remember I used to like tell her, can I please braid your hair? She would be like, no, don't braid my hair. I'm like, please. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna let you braid my hair, but you have to sing for me first, repeat after me. And then she's gonna just start making all those really stupid, annoying songs. Like, I'll braid my hair by myself. She's gonna be like, repeat after me, come and braid it. Like, it was just crazy, like stupid songs. And then I'm gonna repeat after her. And then after she sang for a while, she's gonna be like, okay, can't braid the hair. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna braid her hair, you know, practice on it, and just, you know, it was fun. Like, she gave me the opportunity to start to practice on real hair, with her hair. So shout out to you, sis, if you're watching this video. I think you actually played a major role in me becoming a braider today, okay? Because our hair was actually the hair that I learned with, okay? So I used to always braid our hair constantly then, and then from there I started to get real good, and just like that, and then I started to braid my own hair, and just like that, you know, I just kept practicing and practicing on other people's hair as well. Some of them is gonna come out great, some of them no. And then in time, I just became really good at what I did. So I didn't go to any cosmetologist school. I didn't go to learn this thing. I didn't pay anybody, just the way other people do it. I just like learned on my own at home. And since then, I've had this really strong passion. Like, I love what I do, and I guess you can see it from every single unit that I make. I put in my heart and soul into all of my unit. Like, I just do it. With me, there's never any rush. Like, I take my time and I do an amazing job. Just like I have gotten lots of questions on my video here on YouTube, people asking me, oh, why not just get a crochet braids and just crochet the hair at the back, and then you do it yourself in front to make it faster. Yeah, I get it, but with me making it faster, I just don't want to do a job and get out of there. No, I don't want that. I always love to do an amazing job. And with this crochet braids, they're never like handmade braids, okay? They don't last as much as handmade braids. Some of them are done really sloppy, and then after some time you start to get like real flyaways. So with me, I cannot just use those crochet braids on my clients just because I want to be fast, or I want to, you know, get the whole thing done. If you're using this, like if you're making a personal unit, I'd say it's okay to use a crochet braid if you want to be fast. But with me, because of this passion I have, I enjoy what I do. I always want my clients to be happy with the units. I always spend the time. Like, there are no shortcuts with me, okay? So I'm sorry I had this long story, but I really wanted to put my story out there and to let you know that passion is what drives me. And if you have started making any braided wigs, you see it's very time consuming and it requires lots of patience. You can easily get frustrated. So the only thing that can drive you to keep doing this is just the passion. I don't have anything else to say. Passion. Like, for me, passion is what drives me. Okay, you see how I'm saying the passion? Like, you can tell I'm really passionate about it. So anyways, yeah, so that's the question. So the next one is there a way I can also make braided wigs but not without a lace closure and still have it look not so wiggy in the front? I'll say I don't think there's any way you can make a braided wig without using a lace closure and not have it look wiggy. Like, I don't even think that's possible. But I'd say you can use the lace closure fabric. I actually started with that. I started with the lace closure fabric. Um, and I used to make, you know, some really nice wigs that didn't really look so wiggy. It looked close to natural. I have some videos, which I'm actually going to leave the link to the videos down on the info section just in case you want to watch it. Those are like my first braided wigs that I started with. I started with just the fabric, the lace closure fabric, without the hair or frontal. And I think I just started 3-4 months back using the frontal and closure. But if you want to get a really natural look, like a realistic braided wig, then you have to use a closure or a frontal. Like, that's just the best. So the next question says, how long does the wig last if you wear them every day? Now, I cannot answer that correctly because I don't know about every day. I mean, I haven't really seen anybody that wears a wig every day for a long time. I mean, usually people have like 2-3 weeks or even more, and they usually switch it. So you wearing the wig every day, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but what I can tell you is that I've had clients that are using their hair for over a year now, like about 20 months, 18 to 20 months, and they still send me pictures and the wig is still going strong. Now, I don't know if they wear the wig every day, but I just told you I started making this braided wigs for business, not personal use, for business January of 2015. So obviously, do the math. So it's just like about a year. January of 2016 made it a year since I started the business. So this is like, I'd say 18 months. So yeah, I have my clients that still have their wigs from that time. Those were like my first orders. So I hope that answered the question though. Then the next question says, is there an option we can order just braided lace closure? Interesting. I think I'm going to start having that option, but I don't know if it's going to be such of a great business to just braid lace closures in frontal and you just order them. I don't know, but it is worth it. Thank you. Thank you for this. I think it's something I should think about. I think I'll do that. You know, if you want that, I think we could arrange that and I could have that made, you know, custom made and stuff. Okay, so the next question is, how long does it take to make one wig? Okay, guys, this is a question that gets me all the time, okay? We all have different schedule and we all work at a different pace. So if I tell you, oh, I could finish my wigs in 3 to 5 days, it's not really going to be helpful to you because my schedule is different from yours and I work at a different pace. For instance, yes, I do finish one wig within 3 to 5 days. It depends on what I'm doing, sometimes even a little longer because I work full time, okay? YouTube and braided wigs are not the only thing I do. I actually have a full-time job, for those of you that don't know. So I am an extremely busy person and I also have a 3-year-old. I mean, it's crazy. So yes, this week does take time. So I cannot help you whenever I get asked that question because we work at a different pace. So yeah, it does take me a while. But my advice to you is if you want to get started on this braided wig, try not to focus on how long it's going to take because that is going to discourage you. Trust me, it's really going to discourage you if you just focus on how long it's going to take you to make the wig. Okay, I guess I answered that question. So the next question is, do you make frontal braided wigs? Please say yes. Of course I do. I have videos of tutorials actually of me using a frontal, and I also have pictures on my Instagram. So yeah, I do have Frontal braided wigs. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay, the next question is how should I style my natural hair underneath to make sure the wig sits as flat as possible? Have your hair braided in a cornrow. I always tell my clients that once I ship out their units. When you try on your wig, try as much as possible to have your hair braided cornrow, like so it's flat, like in a flat cornrow. That way you're gonna achieve maximum results. But if you just have your hair in a ponytail, um, I don't know, it's not really gonna work as much as when you have your hair braided. Next question is how do you make the dome cap fit so well? I don't really know how to answer that question. I just like sewing the lace closure or the frontal on the dome cap, and that's it. Dome cap is spandex and it stretches, so it's mostly always fits all heads. So um, that's a little tricky question for me, but I hope I answered the question. Are they heavy? Okay, guys. This is another question I can't give you a direct answer. Okay, what I'm gonna say is it is a braided wig. It is not a human hair wig, okay? Or a regular wig like this. These are braided wigs. Naturally, braids are heavy. If you braid a lot, you know, yes, you're using Kanekalan hair and they're heavy, okay? Um, it's not gonna be as light as me having this wig on, no. It's heavy, but it's not heavy like a rock, like you feel like you have something on your head. And then again, to some people it's just normal, and to some other clients it's heavy. Like I've had like just a few clients that say, oh my god, the wigs are heavy, you know, I couldn't wear them or stuff. And now this is the case where I always say read. Like, I mean, I notice these days people just don't read anymore, and it's I don't know, like because I have it in my website. Like I tell you how many packs of hair I use. You know, I give an estimate and I put it there. I say, if you are not the type that can handle full or heavy hair, or you're not used to braiding, then this is not the unit for you. I said that in my website because it's true. Say, for instance, you haven't had braid in years, maybe like 10 years or 15 years, and there are people that haven't had braids ever. Now, you coming in to wear braids for the first time on a wig, of course it's going to be heavy because your dear tender neck is just not used to supporting that much weight on your head, okay? It's going to be heavy for you. So that's why I always say that people that wear braids constantly, they know, like they have, you know, an idea of how heavy braids can be. And then secondly, I keep saying that, like this is a wig. Never forget that. If you're braiding on your natural hair, that's fine. Like you could use less packs because it doesn't matter if your scalp is showing. It can be as thin as possible. But with braided wigs, I use more packs because you're braiding on a cap. And now I try as much as possible because I don't want clients to have their braided wigs on and then at the back the cap is going to be showing. Like that is a no-no. Like that's just a huge no for me. So the goal is to try as much as possible to conceal the cap from showing. So it has to be a little fuller than when you have braids on your head, because on your head scalp can show, it's fine, but on braided wigs caps cannot show. To answer your question, I'd say it's not as lightweight as you'd expect a regular human hair wig. Like it's kind of common hair, it's gonna be heavy, not lightweight like wigs. Okay, so another the next question is, does certain wigs require glue? No, none of my wigs require glue. Like, you can just put it on. I usually put an elastic band in each order that I ship. just in case they want extra security. But most of the time, those clients don't even use it. Like they just say, "Oh, it fits so perfectly, I don't even have to use the elastic band." The glue is an option. If you want extra security, you can just glue it down to make it look more natural or something. But yeah, you can use glue. It's an option. It's up to you, but you don't really need it. So the next question to ask is, what color of lace does Bets use for the front if you want to get a natural look? Okay, I guess this is not pertaining to closures or frontal because all you have to do is just bleach the knot. So, but if you're asking this question in regards to the lace closure fabric, and the color I use is um, medium brown, I think. Yeah, I think medium brown because they have dark brown, medium brown, light brown, beige, and I think another color. I don't know, but I use medium brown. Next question is, how do I do ombre braids with two different color of extension instead of using the ombre extension? How do I section it to get great ombre hair? Okay, this is a question that is show you than tell you. I can't really tell you this. This is something I'm gonna have to do a tutorial on. But if you want to get an ombre hair, it's actually very easy. All you need to do is have your two colors, the base color and then other color. So it all depends on how you want the ombre, like where you want the color transitioning to start from. If you want the ombre color to be longer, then you have to cut the black, the base color, into the shorter section. Say for instance, you can cut the base color into 5. If you use an xpression ultra braid, which is what I usually use, you can cut the pack into 5 sections, and then you can cut the base, the ombre section into 3 or 4 depending on the length you want. But if you want the ombre to just be like at the tip of the wig, then you have to cut that part into 5. So it's just like, switching. But I mean, for me, I'd rather just get the ombre hair because they really have beautiful colors on ombre hair these days. So I'll say just get the ombre hair. But if you want to use regular braiding, just do it this way. So the last question is, can you put it in a whole ponytail? No, no, no. My answer is always no. I have that in all of my DIY videos on the frequently asked question section. No, you cannot have my wigs in a ponytail at all. No. The only way you can at least have in a ponytail is if you're using a full lace wigs, and that is usually very expensive. But for the most part, you cannot have my wigs in a ponytail because, like I said, it's a cap. Just think about it. If you try to have this wig in a ponytail, the cap is going to show, like the way it's constructed, it's going to show. So you can have a partial ponytail with the frontal, but that's not a full ponytail. So no, you cannot have my wigs on a full ponytail. But I'm working on that because I get asked this question a lot. I actually have something coming for you guys. I want to experiment on something. I want to make a wig with just a ponytail. Like but it's gonna be strictly ponytail. We cannot have it in any other way. You'll have to wear it in a ponytail all the time. Yeah, like I said, just hang in there, and I have something coming for you guys. Okay? Yeah. So I am so happy that I filmed this video today because I really want to help out so many people out there. Because I know I don't talk in my videos, I don't do voiceovers, so sometimes people may really want more explanations and stuff. So I'm happy I had the opportunity to do this Q&A video, and I really want to have more Q&A video in the future. So like I said, just make sure you follow me on Instagram. That is where all of the magic happens. Get to see all the units I make and stuff, and when I post things like this, you can actually ask your questions and I'll be happy to answer it. So guys, thank you all so much for your constant support and love. I really appreciate you guys. Currently I'm having a giveaway Currently, I just had a giveaway on my Instagram, or I'm still having it. I don't know when this video is going to be up, but yeah, I didn't have a 20,000 giveaway, and I plan on doing that for YouTube as well. So you guys just hang in there, and I really appreciate all of you guys, okay? Thank you so much, guys. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye.